I'm Mehdi. I'm in my late 20s, an Arab brother of Moroccan heritage and a proud practicing Muslim living in the West, and trying to find a wife is like banging my head against a wall. I'm not trying to come off as bitter or anything, but the marriage scene for brothers like me, guys in their 20s and 30s, practicing, trying to do things the halal way, is straight up brutal. It feels like modernity has everyone's priorities all messed up, and I'm stuck in the middle of it, just trying to figure out how to build a life with someone who shares my values. I mean, look at what's going on out here. Social media's got sisters chasing this fantasy version of a husband. You gotta be 6 feet or taller, making six figures, driving a Benz, looking like you stepped out of a fitness ad. I'm not saying I'm a bum or anything. I've got a solid job, make decent money, enough to take care of a wife, and maybe start a family down the line. But it's like, that's not enough anymore. Back home, or even a generation ago, people cared about your deen, your character, how you treat your family. Now, it's all about your bank account or whether you match some influencer's expectations on Instagram or TikTok. It's wild, bro. I keep seeing these posts online, sisters talking about their standards, and it's always the same. Tall, rich, handsome, got a big house. I'm sitting here like, what about the rest of us? I'm not out here trying to flex or live some fake lifestyle. I'm just a brother trying to do right by my faith and get married and start a family. But it feels like the goalposts keep moving. You grind, you pray, you try to be a good brother, and it's still not enough because someone's comparing you to a dude they saw on their phone screen. It's like we're competing with a mirage. And don't even get me started on the whole traditional thing. I'm not looking for a servant or some outdated stereotype, but I grew up seeing my mom and aunts hold it down, cooking, keeping the house together, raising kids, all while being strong, faithful sisters. That's what I want in a marriage, a partnership where we both bring something to the table. I'll provide, protect, do my part, but I want a sister who's down to build a home together, you know? Cooking, cleaning, taking care of the family, that's not beneath anyone, it's part of the deal. But so many Muslim women in the West act like that's some kind of insult. Like, I'm too modern for that. I've got a career. I'm living my best life. Cool, live your truth. But what about the brothers who want a traditional setup? It's like we're invisible. I make a decent salary. Nothing to brag about, but I've got my own place, pay my bills, put some savings aside. I could take care of a wife, no question. But it's never enough. I'll meet a sister, and it's like she's got a checklist straight out of a rom-com. 6 figures, luxury car, perfect beard, absolutely ridiculous. I'm out here thinking, I'm trying to offer a life, not a movie. And the worst part? You see younger sisters, like 18 to 24, getting married left and right to older brothers, guys in their 40s with money, with a big maha, the whole package. I'm not saying they're all about the cash, but it's hard not to notice the pattern. They're locking down these older dudes who can drop 20,000, 30,000, even 50,000 on a maha, while guys like me, in our 20s and 30s, are just sitting here, stuck. It's frustrating, man. I talk to other brothers, and they're feeling the same way. We're trying to do things the right way, keep it halal, go through families, focus on our deen, but it's like we're up against this wall of modern expectations. Social media's got everyone thinking they deserve a billionaire sheikh, and the sisters who want that traditional life. They're either super rare or getting snapped up by older guys with deeper pockets. I'm not giving up, but sometimes I wonder if I'm even playing the right game out here. Like, maybe the West just isn't the place to find what I'm looking for. I don't know, man. What do you think? Anyone else dealing with this? A couple of years back, I thought I'd found someone special, and it felt like maybe, just maybe, things were gonna work out. I was in my mid-20s, and I was serious about settling down. I met this sister at a community iftar during Ramadan. She was Afghani, practicing, wore hijab, super modest, and we just clicked. We got to talking, and I felt we were on the same page. She cared about her deen, seemed grounded, and wasn't out here flexing for the gram. I thought, this could be it. So I did things the right way. Didn't slide into her DMs or anything dumb like that. I reached out to her family through a mutual contact, let them know I was interested, and laid it all out. I told them I'm Moroccan, got a steady job. Not some high-flying tech bro, but I was making enough to provide. Serious about my faith, ready to step up as a husband. I wasn't perfect, but I was trying to do right. I thought they'd at least give me a chance to meet her properly, maybe see where things could go. But man, her parents shut it down so fast it made my head spin. They said two things. One, I wasn't from the same culture, and two, my job wasn't good enough to take care of their daughter. The culture thing, that one hurt, but I kinda got it. Some families are super strict about sticking to their own background. Afghani with Afghani, Arab with Arab. You know how it goes. But the job thing, that one cut deep. I wasn't out here unemployed or living with my parents. I had a decent job, my own place, paid my bills, even had some savings. But because I wasn't pulling in doctor money or working some fancy corporate job, they didn't think I could provide. It felt like they didn't even care about who I was as a person, my character, my dean, nothing. Just my paycheck and my passport. That rejection messed me up for a while, bro. I kept replaying it in my head, wondering if I'd done something wrong. Should I have picked a different career? Should I have tried harder to fit their expectations? It wasn't even about the sister herself. She seemed cool, but we never got the chance to really talk because her parents put up a wall. It made me feel like I wasn't good enough, like no matter how hard I tried, I'd always come up short. And the worst part, I know I could have taken care of her. I wasn't trying to live some lavish lifestyle. I just wanted a simple halal life with someone who's on the same page. This wasn't just about that one family though. It's like a snapshot of what's going on out here. So many brothers I know have stories like this. Getting shot down because they don't check every box on some impossible list. It's not just parents either. Sometimes it's the sisters themselves, raised on social media, expecting a guy who's 6 feet 2 inches tall, making six figures, with a perfect beard and a penthouse. I pray 5 times a day, I work hard, and I'm firm on my deen. But modernity's got everyone chasing these unrealistic standards, and it's killing us regular guys. I still think about that rejection sometimes, not because I'm stuck on her, but because it showed me how stacked the deck is. You've got parents gatekeeping, wanting a guy from the same culture with a fat bank account. You've got sisters influenced by Instagram, comparing you to some influencer's curated life. And then you've got younger sisters, 18, 20, 24, marrying these older brothers in their 40s who've got the cash to drop on a huge maha or a fancy wedding. I'm not saying it's all about money, but when you see that pattern over and over, it's hard not to feel like us younger brothers are getting left behind. We're out here trying to do things the halal way, but it's like we're invisible unless we're rolling in dough or fit some perfect mold. It's tough, man. I've been thinking hard about how to switch things up, and I'm ready to take a big step. I'm done feeling stuck, so I'm going back to university to study computer science or IT. It's not just about getting a new job. It's about giving myself freedom, maybe even leaving the West to find a sister who shares my values. If any brothers out there are feeling trapped in the same marriage struggle, I'm telling you, pivot to something like this. It's a way to take charge and open up new paths. I've been looking into programs, and computer science is where it's at. It's practical, pays well, and you can work remotely from pretty much anywhere. I'm not trying to say I'll become the next coding prodigy. I'm realistic, but I want skills that give me the freedom to live life on my terms. I've been checking out local universities, and there's a program nearby that's got a solid rep. Mix of coding, data analysis, maybe some cybersecurity. I'm leaning toward that because it's versatile. You can do freelance, work for a company, or even start something of your own. The idea of not being tied to one place is huge for me. If I can work from anywhere, I can explore places where finding a traditional, practicing sister might be easier. I've already started brushing up on the basics. I found some free online courses, stuff like Python and web development, to get a head start. It's not easy, man. I'm juggling my current job, and wrapping my head around coding loops and algorithms is a whole new world, but it's exciting too. I'm picturing a life where I can set up in a new city, maybe somewhere with a stronger Muslim community, and not feel like I'm stuck in this Western grind. I've even been looking into countries where tech jobs are in demand, places like Dubai or Asia, where I might have a better shot at meeting someone who's serious about deen and family. To any brothers reading this who feel like they're hitting a wall, I'm telling you, consider IT or computer science. It's not just about the money, though, yeah, it can pay well. It's about options. You don't have to stay stuck in a place where the marriage scene feels impossible. With tech, you can work remotely, move somewhere new, or build a career that gives you leverage. I know a guy who learned to code, started freelancing, and now he's living in a country where he met a sister who's as traditional as you can get. That's the dream, man. Not just a job, but a life where you're not fighting against the current. I'm not gonna lie, going back to school feels daunting. I've got to save up, probably take out some loans, and balance studying with work. But I'm hyped about it too. I've been talking to some brothers who've done this, and they say it's worth it. One guy I know went from a dead-end retail job to working as a software developer, and now he's got clients all over the world. He's not tied down, and he's got the freedom to live where he wants. That's what I'm aiming for. A career that lets me break out of this rut and build a life that aligns with what I want. A modest, practicing wife, a strong family, and a home grounded in faith. I've been mapping it out and the plan's coming together. I'm applying to programs this year, aiming to start next fall. In the meantime, I'm grinding through these online courses, building a portfolio, maybe even picking up some small freelance gigs to get experience. It's a long road, but it feels like the first time in a while I'm not just spinning my wheels. If you're a brother out there feeling stuck like I was, don't just sit there, look into tech. Let me tell you about a good friend of mine named Mohammed. He was in the same situation as me, stuck in this marriage struggle, hitting wall after wall, trying to find a traditional sister out here in the West. He's a solid brother, practicing, good job, got his life together, but for years he was striking out. Families shutting him down, sisters passing him over, the whole mess. But then he met this sister from Gambia through a mutual friend. She was different, modest, serious about her deen, and was an amazing cook. They clicked instantly, and he didn't drag his feet. He flew out to Gambia, met her family, did everything the right way, and now they're married. He's now moved to another country and couldn't be more happier. Mohammed's situation gives brothers like us hope. His wife doesn't use Instagram or social media and doesn't have single friends in her ear telling her to leave him. That's another thing to watch out for, making sure your wife's friends are married or practicing. Otherwise, they'll try to break up your marriage. I've heard stories from other brothers who went abroad, some to Africa, some to the Middle East, some to Southeast Asia, and found sisters who share their values. It's not about giving up on the West. It's about going where you've got a better shot at finding what you're after. With my plan to pivot into IT, I'm hoping I can set myself up to work remotely and explore those options. That's the vision that keeps me going while I'm grinding through these online courses and prepping for uni. But it's not all rosy, man. Part of me wonders if I'm running away from the problem instead of facing it. Like, what if I put in all this work, move somewhere new, and still strike out? That's the fear talking, I know, but it's still there in the back of my mind. For now, I'm keeping my head down, studying, praying, and hoping. If my friend Mohammed can do it, maybe I can too. Alright mate, just finished reading Mehdi's story, and wallahi, I agree with him on many things he said. His struggle to find a traditional, practicing sister in the West is so true for a lot of brothers out there. The way he laid it all out, feeling stuck, dealing with rejections, pivoting to a new career to escape where he is, and finding hope in his mate Mohammed's success. It's really relatable. The brother hasn't given up like many of you lot out there. It's like he's speaking for every brother out there who's trying to do things the halal way but keeps hitting brick walls. Modernity's flipped everything upside down, hasn't it? Back in the day, you'd be judged on your deen, your character, how you treat people, and now it's all about your looks, status, and appearing like you have wealth. It's all just a facade. Social media's made it worse. Everyone's comparing their lives to some curated Instagram fantasy, and brothers like Mehdi, who've got decent jobs and solid values, are left feeling like they're not enough. It's not just about the sisters either. Parents are out here gatekeeping like he said. Our Somali brother Abdi's story comes to mind when reading that, shutting down good brothers over cultural differences like Mehdi, or their race like our brother Abdi's story, or because they're not rolling in cash. Mehdi's rejection by that Afghani sister's family, It's not just his story, it's so many brothers' stories. You see sisters getting caught up in the live your best life individualistic mentality, where cooking or cleaning is seen as beneath them, or they're holding out for a guy who fits some social media ideal. Meanwhile, brothers in their 20s and 30s who are grinding to build themselves up are stuck in this grey area. And as you know, my brothers and sisters, time is not infinite, it's finite. The longer we wait, the older we get, and tomorrow isn't promised. Mehdi's point about younger sisters marrying older, wealthier brothers is true sometimes. It's as if the game's rigged for guys who've already made it, leaving the younger ones scrambling. What I respect about Mehdi though is that he's not just sitting there complaining, he's taking action, going back to uni, diving into IT, planning to work remotely so he can maybe find a sister somewhere else. That's proper resilience. He's looking at Muhammad's story, his mate who found a traditional sister in Gambia, and seeing a path forward. It's inspiring because it shows you can break out of the cycle. You don't have to stay stuck in a system that feels stacked against you. Muhammad's win is proof there's still sisters out there who value deen and family over flash, and Mehdi's plan to pivot into a career that gives him freedom is a smart move. It's not just about a job. It's about creating options to live life on your terms, maybe even in a place where the values line up better, like our Yemeni brother Yahya, who made hijrah to Malaysia and found his wife Dina. For brothers listening to this, feeling the same weight Mehdi's carrying, I feel you. It's tough out there, but stories like this remind us to keep moving. Whether it's learning a new skill like IT, looking beyond the West, or just staying patient and trusting Allah's plan, there's always a way forward. Mehdi's story isn't just a vent, it's a call to action. Don't let the modern world's nonsense make you feel less than. Keep building, keep praying, and keep your eyes open for opportunities, whether they're here or halfway across the globe. Allah's got a plan, and sometimes it's about taking that leap, like Muhammad did, or like Mehdi's planning to. If you're feeling Mehdi's story, his struggle, his hope, his hustle to find a traditional sister in this crazy modern world, make sure you subscribe, like, drop a comment, and share it with a brother who needs to hear it. Stories like this remind us we're not alone in the struggle, and they push us to keep going. More stories coming soon, inshallah.